Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brickoligist Animations Show, hosted by me, Brickoligist Animations, where I tackle various topics, often to do with the Amateur Animators, the new Avengers Saga, and Sonic the Hedgehog TLSMS. Today on my podcast, I have invited my two closest friends, the real CheesyActs and the Real Hamburger, to discuss CheesyActs' latest project, which The Real Hamburger is co-directing, Harry Hill 2. So hello, Cheesy, and hello, Hamburger.
Hello, Brickoligist. Hello.
How are you? Are you having a wonderful day?
Yes, been pretty good.
Yeah. I'm very glad I can finally get to have the two of you on my podcast. But without further ado, I'll start heading to the questions. So, Cheesy, I'm going to ask you the first question. So many of my viewers are Marvel and Sonic the Hedgehog fans, so I'm not exactly sure they know who Harry Hill is. Could you perhaps explain who he is to them?
Yeah, sure. Basically, Harry Hill's a British comedian, and he's made a lot of British TV shows. I think if you're British and watch Brickoligist, you'll probably know who he is. But yeah, he's a British comedian, and he's made a movie called the Harry Hill movie, and we are making the Harry Hill movie too. So, well, I'm like the main director. I wrote probably most of the script along with TheRealHamburger and another one of our friends. But yeah, we all kind of work together, but I'm the main person, I guess, behind it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there's the question of who Harry Hill is answered, and a little bit of background on the film setup crew. But now, Hamburger, this question. I say this is a question which you can answer it if you want to, Cheesy, but I say leave it to Hamburger. So, Hamburger, tell me this. Could you give a synopsis of Harry Hill 2 and what it's all about?
So the Harry Hill movie 2 is about going back in time and saving his hamster Abu. And that's probably the best synopsis I can give you. He does jump around quite a bit in time, but without spoilers, that is literally the best synopsis I can give you.
Yeah. Abu doesn't have a pretty face, does he? Does something happen to Abu?
Something does happen to Abu, but I don't want to spoil that. You gotta watch.
Yeah. I can say. I actually animated what happened to Abu, guys. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that either. But there's that question done anyway. And the next question is this is for you again, Cheesy. So who would you say are the quote unquote big names attached to the film?
Big name. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's probably you two, to be fair. I mean, I have other people in it, of course. We have some other voice actors, but it's probably the other two people on this podcast, to be honest.
Okay. And I'm assuming you can spoil who the big names are playing or who other cast members are playing because because of the spoilers. Really, and I mean,
I'm worried to add to this. You're able to say that I am playing Harry Hill.
Yes. We kind of confirm that I am playing Abu. We'll see how that goes. The Real Hamburger is playing Harry Hill, and another one of our friends is playing Nan. So yeah.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. If I'm to say something myself here, even lads, I'm not sure I can exactly spoil who I'm playing just because of what the Hamburger said there a few minutes ago. So moving on to the next question then. And this is regarding the production of the film. There's a bit of word going around that this might be the first project ever with the Amateur Animators trio to feature 3D animation. Would I be correct, Hamburger?
Semi, yeah, I would say due to it. If you've seen the trailer-ish, the teaser trailer, it is filmed in Rec Room, yeah, and it's semi because
Not all of it.
not all of it, no, because obviously, if you mentioned earlier, you've obviously animated some scenes, and in it, I'm kind of acting as if you can see that we do that in the teaser trailer as well, but I guess you could kind of say that, yeah.
Yeah. So then, Cheesy, Brickologist, Brickologist will know this from personal knowledge. But what was before the viewers, what was the experience like developing this 3D animation on Rec Room, right?
Well, I might as well just say the whole production. So we weren't originally going to use Rec Room, right? Because it's not really an animation engine, but we looked at all. It was the only real avenue, to be fair. So as I say, Rec Room. It was kind of difficult, right? Okay, because we couldn't find anyone else with a virtual reality headset other than TheRealHamburger who could actually who could act out the characters, I guess you could say. Everyone else who we tried, there was no one else who could really help us. So I ended up using my phone to control the characters, and it was very difficult, to be honest. It was not brilliant. We got about 50% of the film was probably shot on Rec Room, and our 50% is animated by Brickoligist Animations, but we could still do Rec Room in future projects, depending on future circumstances.
That's quite good news. That's quite good news. Yeah, I think I'll even tell you here, lads, that there exists a fictional concept within our group called the Brickologist Animation animates last few scene cards, and it's certainly a few times.
Yeah. We've all used it once.
Yeah.
But that's I have no issue with it. I'll tell you, my guys. I don't mind animating for them because they're two of the closest friends I have, and yeah, it's often short and quick, and I work very fast, so it does nothing to me, and it takes nothing out of me.
You're quite productive, you are. That's why. It's really helpful. So, got handed to you.
Yeah, hold on a second. Do I have more questions for you on Harry Hill too? Because I don't want to ask too many more because I feel as though it might start getting into personal territory.
No, I mean, no, it's fine.
Oh,
I mean, you can
does Harry go to Blackpool in the film? Does Harry go to Blackpool?
No comment.
Oh.
Can I answer this one actually?
Yeah.
Well, there were ideas spreading around. I can't say if he does make it into the final film, but we did have a few ideas about it. But we didn't. We've chosen. Let's just say what we're doing, and Blackpool might appear.
And for the viewers who obviously probably don't care about, well, no, for all the viewers who haven't seen the film yet and probably have no clue who Harry Hill is, if it does well, we might do a third one, which would be all on Rec Room, and would So if you go and watch it and go support my channel, then there might be a third one. We'll see.
Yeah. You heard it, lads, and I think you lads can do wonderful things. Especially, I've seen it recently with what you guys all did for Lego Iron Man Armoured Hero, with getting that to 1K views in 1 week, which is an outstanding record in my books. So I'd like to thank you guys for all of that, and I'd like to ask you, could you kindly do the same for CheesyActs and his project Harry Hill 2?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about this status. This project, I know it's a silly, stupid comedy film, British comedy film that's kind of, yeah, but it is a project that's really close to me. I've been working on it for like over a year now, and I'm really, really happy to see it's coming out this
Yeah.
December, which is it's just amazing, to be honest. I can't lie. I know it seems a bit like.
Sorry, I've interrupted your monologue here. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. You're fine. But yeah, I've been working on this for ages, and I'm just so relieved it's finally coming out. Only if there is, I haven't finished editing it yet, but I think about 60-70% of the scenes are finished. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you did go watch it.
Yeah, I would like to add, he has said every single step of the way, because I've been there with him watching him develop it all. He has said there's no way this is ever coming out, and I mean we're pretty close to it now, aren't we? And
well, it's basically done. All the scenes are filmed. So yeah, all the scenes are filmed. So I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So even we're going back to a time. If we do understand correctly, this was the time when Brickoligist Animations he took a massive break off Discord. Would it be correct?
Yeah.
It's.
In all fairness, we started the project in about August of last year. The thing is, right, every project I've ever had before this has never really been what I wanted. I had a short film that came out not in the state I wanted it to. It was going to meant to be like a big, long 4-episode saga, and it ended up being like a tiny short film with like 3 of the characters, and it didn't come out the best, to be honest. And I think that like made me, affect. It made me sort of feel down about every other project I've had since, because, I mean, I spent months on that project, months writing, like casting, looking, just doing stuff with it, and it never coming out. Yeah,
that's it's very understandable why that might hurt a guy, like, and I'll tell you, lads, it's one of the things when it comes to filmmaking. If any of you ever get interested, I would say totally go for it, but it can be very hard if you're not an animator already doing it, like, because you see, at least with me, it's just up to myself to get the animation done at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
I'd like to add as well. Because we're all filmmakers in this episode here. I'd like to say I probably wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for like right time, right things. But if you do want to go for filmmaking, I would recommend going for it, because we do all really enjoy it, and I think we just got really lucky with the circumstances we were given to all have each other here right now. But
yeah, I mean,
with them getting lucky.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that project that I was talking about earlier, which is it's about Aardman Universe. I mean, it might eventually, I don't know, but if it wasn't for that, we would not be here right now. Probably, I would probably not be making Harry Hill 2. I don't think. I mean, I don't think Sonic, because the Sonic series probably wouldn't have come out the same. It was a very influential project.
Oh, and maybe to add to CheesyActs' point, lads, and I just want to let you, all of my viewers, to let this sink in for a minute. Iron Man Armoured Hero might have never been made. Let that sink in if I hadn't met these two wonderful friends that I have.
Now, before we move on, I will say, some of you may be able to talk about on news. If you go through Brickoligist's channels, you might find a video with a plush Shaun the Sheep. Okay, that was the concept for Armoured Universe. Okay, so everyone go look. Everyone go look for that after you've watched this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's so weird because I thought I'd never get to do Shaun the Sheep in stop motion, but then if some of you might know, I did animate a short about him buying a Glock 20 on the Amateur Animators channel. So if you could subscribe to that, it'd be greatly appreciated by all of us as well, because we run it, and we're hoping to do some big things with it in the next few years.
It'll be in the description.
Yep, it'll be in the description. For sure.
I'd like, before we get sidetracked again here, are there any other questions you would like to ask Brickologist?
Yeah. Harry Hill 2 wise, I don't think I've really a whole lot left to ask you. I just like to take a greater time to truly introduce to my audience who Cheesy is. So would you like to do it, Cheesy, or can I explain some of it?
Up to you. I mean, what do you mean who I am, though?
Because I guarantee a lot of my viewers know who the real Hamburger is because of his roles as Sonic in TLSMS and Bruce Banner and Swordsman in the New Avengers saga. But
I do quite
they might know who you are.
Well, I could start, I could just say a couple things. So, anyone wondering, in episode 6 of Sonic, I'm mainly associated with Sonic Lego Stop Motion series. I edited all the episodes minus episode 3 of the Sonic the Hedgehog Lego Stop Motion series, and I also voiced Eggman in the final episode. That's where you might know me from.
Yeah, yeah, and when he does say he edited 5 episodes of TLSMS, they're probably the 5 best episodes. Episode 3, I never when we were on private calls, my lads, these two here, they never managed to shut up about episode 3, or maybe not you, Hamburger, but certainly you, Cheesy. But I digress. If I was to give
I think my lack of involvement was felt. My lack of involvement was very felt.
I can't remember episode 3 in all honesty. All I know is fun fact about episode 3. I'm in it as an old man because I accidentally sent Brickologist the wrong line, and you can see that fact in one of his younger videos.
He sent us lines for Wallace and Gromit, and the old man's actually meant to be Wallace.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. But yeah, I'll say if part of you guys want to know the reason why episode 3 was trash, everything kind of went wrong in the production. I'll say the script was rewritten a few times, and I'm not even sure that Cheesy or the real Hamburger know this. But if my first draft of episode 3 had come to fruition, it'd probably be minus something out of 10 because of how bad it'd be.
How can you get worse than episode 3 is? Okay, I'm just going to say this now. The best reason to explain why we don't like episode 3, it feels like 2 flashback segments in an episode, because it opens with a flashback segment, then it has a 30-second segment with Tails destroying a robot, then it ends.
Yeah, but at least it did give us Eggman saying that he had it up to here with those furries.
That is
my
favourite line. No, it is the best line in the entire series.
It's out of character. Dr. Eggman would not say he hated furries.
Yes, he
Oh
would.
man,
He would.
calm down, you two. This is not something I want to get into.
Anyway,
You guys will probably
Back to introducing to me then, maybe.
you guys
yeah,
will probably heard that that line other places on my channel, but it's a fairly heated topic in our group chat, so I might put that away.
it's become a bit of a running joke between you and me, hasn't it? That
Yeah,
all this
but that's besides the point. Anyway, like I think it's safe to say that like I when the lads here they were reviewing Lego Iron Man Armoured Hero guys, I had said something in the pre-production, and it was comparing it to my other greatest stop motion, No Holding Back, and No Holding Back was pretty good, lads. If I do say so myself, it was successful. It was good. I enjoyed working on it, and I'm sure the lads here have fond memories of finishing the series off with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I am.
go on.
I was going to say I am an Armoured Hero. Sorry. Cheese did go over the script, and I said to Brickoligist before. I'll wait to see the final product. I'll do the voices, and I wait to see the final product. So I waited, and I knew nothing about it, and I gave it a 9 out of 10 at the time, and that was shocker to me. I didn't
Right.
didn't know what I was
In all
expecting, and
honesty,
it came out great.
I did not read over it, so I read over the opening scene where it was like the red guy strangles the blonde guy. I'd read that, but I was like kind of forgot. But I was like, oh, it's coming out soon. But yeah, it is probably the best thing any of us ever made. I genuinely. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't publicly known, but I have a lot of gripes with a lot of Brickoligist's old writing styles, and I can say it is easily the best written thing he's ever made, and it's the best thing he's made in general. Everything.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it is a very well deserved, and all the views are very well deserved. It is no doubt near perfect. So,
Yeah. Well, there's the glaze from the amateur animators, but I should go backtrack a little bit. And what I said to them, lads, was that it made No Holding Back look like a poor man's stop motion, which is a very outrageous statement. But as you can tell from the glaze, I was most certainly not wrong. And while I shall say myself that it's not a perfect film, nothing is. It is definitely by far my best film, and I think another big thing about it, which these two can say for a lot of their projects, is that I actually really enjoyed making it, and I'm still quite happy with the end product.
Right. Do you have any other questions relating to our projects?
yeah, just in general,
To,
like projects in general.
oh, nah, you know what, lads? I think to finish up the call, we should talk about this. Amateur animators. So we've had this
Ooh.
for a while now, lads. But like, what exactly is the amateur animators? If you could describe it with hamburger.
Oh, so the amateur animators is a group of people who come together who are obviously amateur at what they do to make like like movies or like little shorts and stuff. Just to one progress our skills and obviously have fun. And at the moment, it's mainly us three. We're trying to get something sorted out where we do have another one, but that's a bit further on. So I will just kind of interject here. If anyone has any other skills away from like Lego stop motion and like 2D animation, we'd love if you'd come along, because then I think we'd all be able to help each other push ourselves further out there.
What about
Uh,
CheesyActs? CheesyActs. If you were to put it in your own words, what do you think the amateur animators means?
I think it is just sort of like a group of people who kind of have like no idea what they're doing and just making stuff for fun, and that's what we're in for. I mean, I never expected it to become like an actual channel. Like, I mean, I suggested the idea, but all I remember is being added to a group called Amateur Animators, and I was like, all right, sure. But it really is just like us making stuff together. Not everything we make goes on there, but we make like projects that like involve all of us that go on there. Like we do have something coming up soon that we're going out there, and I won't spoil too much, but it does involve our one characters. However, it is a parody. Okay,
yeah.
it's not the quality of it's not great, but that's on purpose because it's a bit of a joke thing. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I remember. I remember. Yeah.
Peter the Plant.
And
Yeah.
could I please talk about Peter the Plant, please? Am I allowed to? Oh my God.
Sorry. What did you say, Hamburger? I didn't quite catch that.
Can I please talk about Peter the Plant quickly?
Oh yeah. You could talk about Peter the Plant.
So Peter the Plant is an original creation from me, due to me having COVID back in 2021, I believe. And it started off with this TikTok account, and I made this film for it. And it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I showed it to these two lads here. It was mixed emotions, right? I was sat there watching the entire thing. Yeah, as Alex said, Cheesecorn said. But and then Cheesecorn came back up to me and went, "Hamburger, you know the Peter the Plant movie," and I go, "Yeah, you should finish it." I'm like, "What do you mean it's finished?" He's like, "It doesn't feel finished." And yeah, what did I say? Did I say cheese? Okay. Yeah. He came up to me and he goes, "Oh, you should finish it." And I'm like, "What do you mean? It's already finished." He's like, "No, this is not finished." I go, "All right." And so I shot an extra 15 minutes, and now it's still a short film. It is still a short film. It is not a film. But yeah, more Peter the Plant stuff probably soon. Not too soon, but soon. That's the story of how the Peter the Plant movie got made.
I think I should be a co. I'm actually part of it. The whole other half of the story, where it's all a bit weird and makes like zero sense. That's me. That's all me. So you get confused watching it. You can blame me for that, okay? But it's on the Amateur Animators channel. We'll link that. We can link that below, maybe. But yeah, it did quite well, only because it got some promotion. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's unscripted, but yeah, it was the first ever Amateur Animators project ever to be released on there.
Yeah. The weirdest one we could have released because it literally has no animation in it at all, and it is filmed with a bunch of puppets. So fun times.
Yeah, that is pretty hilarious. And as I mentioned earlier on as well, lads, I put my video up about Shaun the Sheep buying a clock, and I have to say that is still one of the most on the fly stop motions I've ever made. And yeah, it's the stupidest concept, but I'll actually tell you, my audience here, that towards in kind of the middle of the film, there is one cameo I'm not gonna spoil, and the cameo might actually be quite important later on down the line. That's all I'll say.
In what?
In
what? I'm not gonna say just yet. Not yet.
No, I think he means what project.
What? Our project?
In a future one.
Harry Hill.
No.
No, one of his
Cut this out. Just cut this out. Cut Cole the time to get the names wrong as well.
Yeah. Put this on bonus features.
Yeah. I don't actually, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, while cutting, are we going any further with this? I think we could go ask a couple more questions if you want. Talk about us if you want. We can end it. I don't mind.
Do you have any questions for individual projects that have been made?
I think this isn't the question my audience might have, but I think this is a question I certainly have. When are you going to do something on underground hamburgers?
I gotta edit the lines, but I don't know why. I just don't really want to edit the lines. I was gonna see if Mr.
Animate.
I was gonna.
Sorry.
I was gonna see if Mr. CheesyActs over here has a bit of time, but if he is unable to, I'm gonna have to quickly. I have everything. It's fine. I have everything. I just need to scramble it all together.
How you animate it?
No, I haven't animated because I need the lines first. Let's say it's very hard, and I don't know why, but let's just say my motivation has fallen out, and I've made some stuff I probably shouldn't have made. That long 15-minute video on the YouTube channel was not supposed to be there. It is now, and Underground 2 will hopefully I'm hoping it'll be out by January or February.
Yeah.
And then, so
will it be before TLSMS season 2, which is upcoming and releasing, or will Underground finish after?
I have a feeling Underground will finish after. Just due to because I think I might make projects in between as well, kind of have it be a steady progression. Because obviously, TLSMS is quite quickly made. It's not badly made. It's very good in how it's made. But whereas you're really quick with it, I've kind of got to, get a lip sync gun when I get all that. Because obviously we go through the same process, but the bit we don't have the same is literally the animation bit. Whereas your animation, it flies by. It takes you about a week to make one. It takes you 3 months just to make a single thing. Episode if I was doing it by myself. So.
Yeah, if I have to do say so myself, I will say for those who want to go and make those kind of shows like TLSMS or Underground, the one thing about them is that they can be complicated enough to make, because I think that an average episode, I could probably make an average episode of TLSMS in 2 weeks, but it hasn't always been like that. Sometimes I can make them in 2, sometimes it's 3, and sometimes it's 4. It comes down to a multitude of factors: the voice actors, how quickly they deliver their lines, how quick you are to animate something, how quick the editor is to edit something, and all these factors, they contribute to when the episodes release. And I was considering of abandoning that role model for this year, but I just think it's better for channel consistency and growth to keep it the way I have it. So yeah. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about with you lads. Are we happy with what we discussed here?
Yeah, that's been really good. Yeah.
I'm glad to be on the podcast. But we'll probably be back in the future. Obviously, you're
watch Harry Hill
Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it now. No, wait, not now.
Watch it when it comes out. There'll be a trailer soon.
Watch it, lads. Watch it. So, thank you very much for coming onto my podcast, Hamburger and Cheesy. I hope you had a splendid time discussing with me.
Well, it was as fun as it usually is talking to you two anyway, as you know, private calls. But I'm glad to be here. I hope all the Brickoligist Animations fans do watch it. Go watch Harry Hill movie 2 when it comes out.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
greatly. I'll be very happy if you do. So thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
You'll-
he's in it. He's in it. The guy
in
hosting it. He's in it. So there's a reason to watch it.
Yeah,
Any animation in it, there's a reason to watch it.
yeah.
You get to see something. There's a great animation and great voice acting. So you know.
Okay, so thank you very much to everyone who watches it. Now, I'm not sure if my viewer will stick around to this point, but yeah, thanks for coming. So, Hamburger and Cheesy, I suppose we're gonna end it here. So, bye.
Goodbye.
See you later. See you later, guys. See you later.